Welcome back again, students. So now I'm going to continue with the retail marketing topic. So that is importance of retailing industry in India. How important retailing sector to our country and our people, and how it is taking part in zonal level, then state level, then national level, then international level. So that we are going to understand in the importance of retailing industry. So according to the source, the Indian retail industry is the fifth largest industry in the world. Can you believe? Indian retail industry is the fifth largest industry in the entire world. It comprises organized and unorganized sectors. So we have already discussed what is organized and unorganized sector. So it comprises both. At the global level too, retailing has occupied a prominent position. The organized retailing has begun over the last few years. So as we said in our last videos, that these organized retail sectors have been established or started, mushrooming everywhere throughout the country very recent. So that is a very recent development. So decade back, if you look into it, there were no such number of organized retail sector. So according to IBEF, during the financial year 2016, the organized retail accounted for about 90% of the total retail revenue. So try to understand. In the year 2016, that financial report that is clearly says that the unorganized retail accounted for about 90% of the total retail revenue, and compared to the unorganized retail contribution of 15%, 20% to the retail sales in countries such as UK, United Kingdom and USA, United States of America, Taiwan, etc. The Indian figures are very high, and we have taken a big leap in the retail business sector or retail industrial sector. See, if you look into that organized pattern, initially the retail industry in India was mostly unorganized. When it has been introduced, I said, when I was a child or when you was a child, we didn't have such a big number of organized retail sector, correct? So that is why initially the retail industry in India, that too was mostly unorganized, and the globalization and changes of socio-economic factor have largely influenced it to reach the heights of retail business where it has reached today. And during these days, it is getting more and more popular due to the economic interest involved in it. So the scope of retailing is continuously increasing and has attained the status of an industry. You believe it or not, retail sector have grown like anything in our country, and it has attained a status which we will give equivalent to an industry. So in the Indian retail industry, consumer durables, electrical, electronics, food, beverages, books, grocery items, clothing, jewelries, automobiles, and electronic accessories, mobile accessory, computer accessories, everything is included. So you can add still many more if you want to add, or dominating. Their sales are increasing continuously because the deal in everyday and essential needs. Indian consumers have become quality conscious. So earlier we didn't have any quality conscious, but today in India everybody wanted to buy a quality product. So that is another most important point which we have to keep in our mind while discussing about the importance of retailing industry in India. And brand also, everybody wanted to buy a specific brand only, whether it is a footwear, whether it is undergarment, whether it is a menswear, whether it is a ladies wear, whether it is a casual wear, whether it is a cosmetics. So everything is going to sold on their brand name. So that is also now it is a brand era, or we can say it is a quality era what we are going with. So therefore Indian retailing converting itself into an organized entity, because most of the unorganized entities are becoming organized entities. They are registering themselves, they are taking license themselves, and they are getting into income tax filing. Everything is going on. So this is one of the important growth in the industrial, that is a retail industry in India, that we can say very easily. So now let us understand point by point, so that which give an explanation or clarity about the importance of retailing industry in India. So I have listed 10 important points over here, so which will help you out to understand very well and easily. See, availability of a large series of goods, that we all know that a retailer will deal with multiple brand, multiple products, multiple price, multiple quality, everything clear. So first point I have highlighted here, availability of a large series of goods. So what is this availability of large series of goods? Retail giants have entered the Indian retail market with a large number of products. Therefore the large varieties of products are available to Indian consumers at competitive rates. This has facilitated the consumers to obtain goods of their choice and has increased their consumption. See, consumption of quality goods has increased their living standard also. See, very simple, when we have multiple choice, automatically our choice, or we get conscious about quality product. When we consume quality product, automatically the standard of living also increases. So this is another important point as a consumers and as a students and as a faculty members one must know. Next is market for rural products. So market for rural products, what is this exactly and how this work? See, the retail giants had at the global level, they have been purchasing the goods from the rural producers. Globalization is the main reason for this type of development, that we all know. Because see, whatever supermarket or hypermarket, whatever we discuss, they made majority of those markets directly purchase goods from the farmers who are in rural sector. So that has been the development of such kind of stores, that is organized stores in our country. The Indian export has been improved due to this change. You believe it or not, because of globalization, where Indian products can be easily exported to other country, because of that export has been improved, and the Indian rural goods have found foreign markets, and the market has been expanding year after year. As a result of this, the Indian small scale industries have their recognition at the global level today. So everywhere, even we find n number of farmers who are selling their products to foreign countries. So that is another most important aspect which we have to understand. So next is opportunities for construction activities. So that third point clearly speaks about opportunities to construction activities. What is this construction activities and how this opportunity because of retailing sector? See, during this year the pace of interior decoration of Indian houses has been changing at a faster rate. So whenever we visit some new constructed house or newly constructed building, our eyes first starts looking at interior decoration. So how interior it has been designed, how interior it has been constructed. So everything we watch. The construction companies, in order to decor the Indian houses, have made up their mind to import decorative items from Korea, Japan, China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, etc. So this has contributed not only for the increase in employment opportunities in the construction sector, but also improved the standard of living of Indian consumers. See, very simple today. That interior look also matters, and that will build your status. So for that we are dealing with many countries. So one who supplies that interior equipments which we require. So we are dealing at present with many countries. I have listed 5 to 6 countries, that is Korea, China, Japan, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, etc. So they are dealing, so that field also providing large number of employment opportunities for the large number of people. So next, further moving on towards, that is helpful to farmers. So you might wonder how this retailing business is helpful to farmers, correct? So large scale retail organization have been purchasing their requirements directly from the farmers. This has eliminated the middleman or an agent who used to be in between the buyer and the farmer. So now the farmers have been cheated many times. We have seen in news and newspapers and news channels that many farmers used to get cheated by that middlemen and agents. So the large scale retailers settle their transaction as soon as they procure their requirements from farmers. This has further contributed for the development of agriculture, which is contributed or which is considered as backbone of the Indian economy. In addition to this, the supermarkets also offering credit facilities for the purpose of purchasing agricultural inputs. So this is the contribution of retail sector to Indian rural farmers. So when that supermarkets or hypermarkets or large scale retailing sector buys products directly from farmers, and they will settle the money immediately once they get purchased, and they don't encourage any middlemen, so they are safe. There will be no cheaters in between that, so they don't get any cheating in their particular transaction, or they can rely on such kind of market. And even the farmer also develop here. At the same time, the large retail sector also grows and contributes to the Indian economy. Next, fifth point, it shapes the lifestyle of Indian consumers. So see, organized retailing is influencing the living standard of Indian consumers. See, you can look back, you can check in your family only. How was our lifestyle 10 years ago? So how it is today? Are we not developed? Are we not, got some sense of living standard? Our living standard has not increased. So we have to question ourselves. See, for this, the reason, if yes, the reason for all this is organized retail sector, so which provides qualitative product at the competitive price. So through that, or by consuming those products, our standard of living has been raised. So Indian consumers, so their living standard has been increased. At the same time, it shapes the way of life since it supplies standardized and qualitative goods. Retailing is satisfying the contemporary taste, fashions and performances of modern consumers. This can be observed from the way of living style of consumers. So if you are looking at consumers, so you can understand the lifestyle of each consumers, so how it has been increased and how they are developing. So next we are moving further to the sixth point, so which clearly says here that it contributes to the economic development, which clearly says it contributes to the economic development. So retailing is contributing to the development of Indian economy. Its contribution is much more visible in the modern era than it was in the past. Its contribution to the nation's GDP is substantial. As such, retailing is considered as the driving force of the economy, and it aims at promoting sustained growth. See, sustainable growth or sustained growth is very simple. We are going to utilize our resources in such a way that we are going to use the resources for ourselves, and at the same time we are going to keep the resources for coming generations too. Clear? So that is possible just because of retail sectors, so which is contributing towards the nation's development. Next point, number 7, clearly says it dominates supply chain. So obviously retail sector act as a connecting link between the wholesaler and manufacturers and ultimate consumers. So from the beginning of this lesson I am telling, retailers are the last link in the supply chain who connects the producers and consumers, or wholesalers and consumers, or suppliers and consumers. So this shows their strategic position in the suppliers chain. Retailers' service is much essential to wholesalers or manufacturers. Just imagine, in the absence of retailer, what would be the condition of a manufacturer or an wholesaler. So because of they do such kind of activities, so a manufacturer or wholesaler will rarely discharge towards consumers. So the growing importance of retailing has made it powerful in the distribution channel. See, retailing is so much powerful today in India because they are the last link in the supply chain, so who will act as a middleman between the consumer and supplier, or consumer and wholesaler, or consumer and manufacturer. So that is very, very important to understand. And at the same time, next point, the 8th point we are moving on towards, it is interdisciplinary. So what is this interdisciplinary all about? See, retailing has emerged from various interconnected disciplines. So if you look into it, there is geographical disciplinary, economics disciplinary, management, marketing, many things has been disciplinary activities will be there in a retail. So retailing draws information from these disciplines and supplies the data towards the various discipline purposes. So thus retailing is interdisciplinary and helps other disciplines for decision making purpose. See, majority of many fields have been included. So it might be a geographical field, or it might be economical, or management, or marketing, or financial, or budgeting. If you look at various aspects have been involved. So by looking into those aspects, so one who can take decision makings, so in many aspects. So that is also important thing. And next point, moving on towards, that is, it is the source of employment. See, retailing industry has increased millions of job opportunities. See, every year when there is an addition of retailing unit, when there is an addition of one supermarket or one hypermarket, it is continuously contributing for employment opportunities. It is continuously providing job opportunities to millions of people. Clear? So it is a big source of employment, and also retailing has created indirect employment in primary sector, whereas agricultural sector, which supplies output to retail outlets. So directly these agricultural sectoral products which is grown, that is directly supplied to the directly retail outlets, and at the same time it has good scope for expansion in future. Therefore it can still create additional employment. Retailing is a boon for a country like India, where it has a shortage of employment and good number of youth, so that you can understand. And point number 10 clearly says scope of international trade. See, retailing also offers, a retailing sector have emerged and growing into the international market. So as we have said earlier also, it is providing a market for Indian product in international market. So that is, retailing offers a scope for shifting retail operations outside the domestic market. See, retailers who concentrate on luxury brand are expanding their business internationally also. Retailers are harvesting international brands and providing markets for Indian brands at abroad. They are not only introducing, imported products in India, but also they are creating a market for Indian products in abroad. So this is all, what are the major importance of retail sector in India or retail industry in India. So we will stop here. We'll continue in the next session. See you soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye. See you soon.